Okay, so guys, I have to say, mea culpa.
Oh.
I'm walking one back. So for all the haters out there, I'm walking one back.
Tell us.
We did the post show on Saturday. And I said, all right, first event, Paramount Plus. It's less than 2 months away now. Well, that's actually 2 months from today, believe it or not. January 24th, 2026. Las Vegas, T-Mobile. That's the rumor. They haven't announced anything yet, so they could throw us a curveball, right? Just like this thing, they could throw it just like this. Flick of the wrist. I said, you've got Ilia. He hasn't fought since June. You've got Paddy. He hasn't fought since April. There's the history there. There's the beef. Like, that is the perfect fight to start this thing. Put that on Paramount Plus. Watch the subs just skyrocket, right? After doing some now, and I said multiple times, I said, please, I want to be very clear. I am not saying that Paddy deserves this more than Arman, but I'm just saying because he hasn't fought, because Ilia hasn't fought, and I suspect they want to get into a training camp. If they haven't even started one already, I suspect they're going to want to announce this, get rolling with the promotion. There's a lot of history there. And you have Arman sit in the front row and you say he is next. Like, let's get some decorum here. Let's start figuring out who's next. What's the pecking order? People misunderstood what I was trying to say. They're like, what? You're saying Paddy above Arman? No, I'm not saying. But if you watch fighting for more than 6 months, you understand that a lot of this is based on timing, not always on merit. Number one contender is without a doubt, without question, Arman Tsarukyan. But timing. Come to find out, it sounds, at least as of now, and I'm not reporting this as definitively, but it sounds, at least as of now, that fight isn't scheduled, believe it or not, for the January PLE, if you will. Still not sure what to call it. Are we calling it pay-per-view still? What are we calling these?
Numbered event.
I don't feel like it rolls off the tongue.
And that's what it's called.
It sounds like that's not the plan. What I'm hearing, the plan is front runner, Kayla versus Amanda. Now, could they do both? Sure, of course. Why not? But I'm not hearing that that's a part of the mix. And so if that's not a part of the mix, if it's not Paddy versus Ilia, scrap those plans. We got to move on. It's got to be Arman versus Ilia. Like, because the next one is Sydney. And now we're talking about, and obviously it's not happening there. Now we're talking about March. Like, there's no way. Arman versus Ilia is the number one fight in the lightweight division. And dare I say, it's close. It's close to as big as Paddy versus Ilia, given how popular Arman is getting in that part of the world and just how good he looked in this fight. And so I say, if we're not doing it on January 24th, and it sounds at least as of now that we're not, scrap those plans. Ilia, Arman, Paddy, Gaethje. What do you say?
Well, I'm with you on some of it, but why? Why is there an expiration date on Ilia Paddy?
Because
Arman just fought, no?
Yes, it was the plan. It was the right move. When Arman just fought, it was the plan, the right move when Arman was out, when we didn't know how this fight was going to go.
Okay.
When there were a lot of questions about his health, could he make the weight? Is his back okay? All this stuff. Now that he looked like that, we gotta move on. We have to do it. I'm sorry.
But couldn't Arman get the fight, the winner?
Yeah, but then we're talking about Arman not fighting for like 10 months. If this fight isn't happening in January, and then let's say March at the earliest, right? Because it's not going to happen in Sydney. We suspect Volk will be on that card. Then the winner of that fight is not fighting until like, I don't know, October? Or we're talking about another year out for Arman?
I understand that from the Arman Tsarukyan perspective, but if we're touching all the chess pieces, right? If we're accounting for every piece on the board, I think you only get one shot with Paddy and Ilia. And you have to take it.
Paddy beats Gaethje. That is not a risk. You're not putting him in there against Arman. Paddy beats Gaethje for sure. You
for sure?
I think look, obviously not for sure.
What's Paddy Pimblett's best win, truly?
Mike Chandler.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a big drop off there. I don't. I really don't.
Respectfully. Like Michael Chandler, Tony Ferguson, Bobby Green, those guys are not in their primes. Like,
who do you think wins, GC? Paddy or Gaethje?
Yeah, Paddy, but I'm not sold on it. I do agree with Rick that you kind of do only have the one shot at Paddy versus Ilia. It's just like in the fight game, these plans that you lay out can so easily get screwed
what the
up.
hell? Then what do we do with Arman?
He gets the winner.
What the hell? Then the guy's not fighting for a year.
And at that point, that would mean one fight since UFC
awful.
300.
Oh, it's awful.
From UFC 300 to like UFC like 335, he would have.
Yeah, what is he, Kamaru Usman?
If we're coming at this from the perspective of what's best for Arman Tsarukyan, I agree with that completely. If we're coming from the perspective of what's best for the UFC,
is there a big difference between Paddy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It would attract a much wider audience. It would attract more casuals, but man, from a meritocracy standpoint, it's Arman.
I literally just said, like, I don't really rate the wins that Paddy Pimblett has on his resume. Like, I don't make any secret about it.
How do you rate this one? Is beating Hooker bigger than beating Chandler?
Honestly, they're probably at the same point in their career in the way that they both dominated each of them. I kind of rate them the same.
But beating Charles Oliveira, to me, matters more than any of those by a mile.
He had the title shot.
And he was in there with
the injury.
I know.
If you ask me who I think is the best lightweight on the planet right now, it's Arman Tsarukyan. I think Arman Tsarukyan is the best lightweight on the planet right now.
Oh, better than Ilia.
And I thought that he was number 2 behind Islam. As soon as Islam left that division, I think he's the best lightweight on the planet. But if you're asking me to run the UFC's business, if Paddy Pimblett is there, he's now ranked number 5 in their rankings. I believe I saw graphics being made about.
What is that?
Dan Hooker moved down. You got to move Paddy up.
You take this shot while you have it. You take this shot while you have it.
Paddy Pimblett is the Kike Hernandez of the UFC lightweight division.
Easy,
on the group project. Well, how do you go up 7 months after your last fight?
Dan Hooker lost. So you got to move him up. I actually think he was at 8.
Also, don't the rankings usually come out on Tuesday? Why did they come out on Monday?
I feel like they've been coming out on Mondays lately.
Oh, and also Hooker losing to Arman shouldn't necessarily drop you down. Like, that's the number 1 guy. You shouldn't get penalized for losing to the top guy.
Paddy's number 5. We don't need to think about it.
I think it was the way that he lost.
Sure.
I'm with you on everything about Arman. Every single bit of it. As I said, I think he's the best lightweight on the planet right now. I think he can beat Ilia Topuria. I think he probably will beat Ilia Topuria if they face off. I believe in Arman Tsarukyan to a high degree. But if you want to do the best business, you do Paddy versus Ilia while you have this opportunity right now, and then Arman fights the winner. And if it's Ilia, you've got that same fight that you were angling toward, and it's built-in business. And if it's Paddy, who then beat Ilia Topuria, now you've got Arman versus that guy, which is even bigger. It's perfect for me from a business perspective. I think you just do it while you have it.
Foaming at the mouth to see Arman versus Ilia. Foaming at the mouth.
You'll get it. 2 fights from now.
You know what pisses me off about all this? I want to see Ilia versus Arman so bad. I want to see Ilia versus Islam so bad, and I feel like we're not getting either of those next. What the hell? You know what I mean? Like, the UFC has some blockbuster, juicy, like rivalries. There's heat there, and I feel like we're not getting either of them.
I'm surprised that you're so down on Paddy versus Ilia.
I was going to say both those fights.
They're not as
have
big as
Ilia
that.
Topuria in them, and then the third one also has Ilia Topuria in it against Paddy Pimblett, which might be his biggest rival, dating back to 2021 with the hand sanitizer boy days.
No, 100%. Listen, I've been the one carrying the Paddy versus Ilia flag for all this time, and it's a tough day for the people who say that I only pick based on my relationships. No one's probably been meaner to me than Paddy, but like, we got to call it like we see it. That said, Arman fought, and maybe it's recency bias. I feel like you got to strike, because if they are going to book it for January 24th, then I'm all the way down. Let's go. Let's do it. Announce it today. What are we waiting for? If it ain't happening, then we need to book Arman versus Ilia, in my opinion. Thanks for watching this video. Before you go, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for us. Also, give us a thumbs up, leave a nice comment. These things go a long way. And while you're here, do check out the rest of the channel. We've got live shows and full interviews, clips, and a whole lot more. We're doing big things here, and we appreciate your support very much.